A Vort from the Rebbe on this week's Parshas Vayishlach. In Parshas Vayishlach we learned that Yaakov's name was changed to Yisrael. The Gemara says that you're not allowed to call Avraham with the name Avram the way he was called before. His name was Avram, and it was changed to Avraham. And the Gemara says you're not allowed to call him Avram anymore. So the Gemara asks, how come by Yaakov it's not like that? Even though the Torah says, don't call him Yaakov, call him Yisrael. Nevertheless, we do call Yaakov. And the Gemara answers, because the Torah itself did that. The Torah itself, after the Torah changed, it says there, Hashem changed his name to Yisrael, the Torah continues calling him Yaakov. That shows that you're allowed to. By Yaakov, we have Yaakov and Yisrael, and both are stay. The question is why? Why should both names stay? If Hashem changed his name from Yaakov to Yisrael, it should be only Yisrael. And the Rebbe explains that because Yaakov and Yisrael represent two types of Yidden, two types of Aveidas Hashem that we have by Yidden. While Avram doesn't have anything to do with our Aveidah now, it was only something that Avram had at his time when he was called Avram. Therefore, for us, it's not Negeya, so we can't call him Avram, it's only Avram. But Yaakov and Yisrael, these are two levels, two types of Yidden. Yaakov is from the word Akev, which means the soul, which is the bottom. Yaakov comes from the word Akova, which is cheating, which is Elo Madrege. Yisrael, on the other hand, has the word Reish in it, Li Reish, the opposite of Akev, which is a heel. And Reish is the head. Also, he's called Yisrael Kisarisei Malakimim. He came over the challenges of Malachim and of people, which is Esav, etc., etc. That means he's on top. So Yaakov represents a Lo Madrege, a Yid who still has to fight with his Yetzer Hara. While Yisrael represents a Yid who's on top, he already overcame everything in his Nahaya Madrege. That's how we find that Yaakov is connected to the word Eved, Avdi Yaakov Avdi, Eved, and Yisrael is connected to Ben, to a son. Eved is a servant, a slave, and Ben is a son. B'ni Pcheira Yisrael. The Rebbe refers to the Yidden with the name Yisrael and calls him my son. What's the difference in a son and a slave? A slave, as much as he listens to his master, really doesn't want to. He has to fight to do it, because otherwise he'll be punished or whatever. That's the level of Yaakov, a Yid who does the right thing, but he has to overcome. So Lo Madrege, he has to overcome his challenges. Yisrael is Ben. What's a son? A son is somebody who would love to do what his father wants him to do. He looks for what to do to give his father nachas, pleasure. So that is a level of Yisrael. And these are two levels. There are some Yid in that level, some Yid on this level. Now, generally speaking, that's the difference between a Yid during the week and Yid on Shabbos. A Yid during the week is called Eved. It's called Yaakov because he's involved in all kinds of physical things, and there are challenges that make it hard for him and he has to overcome it. Shabbos, a Yid doesn't work. Shabbos is a holy day. You're involved in davening and learning, and so the Shabbos, all kind of ruchnas dikedim. Then the Yid is on generally a level Yisrael. That's why Motzei Shabbos, many people have a meaning to say the Altira Avdi Yaakov, which means don't be afraid, my servant Yaakov. Because when Shabbos is over, you get back to the weekdays, a Yid could be afraid. Shabbos, I was special, and I had no problems. Come to the weekdays, who knows if I'll overcome all these obstacles? So David says, Altira Avdi Yaakov. We say that Motzei Shabbos, don't be afraid, my Eved, Yaakov, even though now you're going to be Eved and you're going to be Yaakov, don't be afraid, because Hashem gives us the Keach and helps us to do the right thing and to not have any disturbances and be able to overcome the Yetzer Hara and do what the Rebbe wants.